He expects more than half of Canadians to receive a COVID-19 vaccine by September of next year.
Yeah.
Trudeau says he expects
Watch my stream.
Canada, which has a population of 37 million, has signed deals that could give the country the most per capita vaccines anywhere in the world.
Some people are rolling up their sleeves to help in the search for a COVID-19 vaccine. News Nation reporter Dina Baer explains why it's so important for volunteers to step up.
The latest COVID-19 vaccine trial results are a bright spot in an otherwise dark time. And behind the promising numbers when it comes to efficacy, there are ordinary citizens who stepped in to help move the science forward.
I spend a lot of time outdoors. I go for walks and things of that nature, breathe some fresh air. But pretty much it's been a solitary kind of existence.
He's been on his own during the pandemic, but this one man may help save millions of lives.
I wanted to take part
I have to X out of it or it's going to make my face go slow.
This past August,
Just watch it on your phone.
When he volunteered for the Moderna COVID-19
I know, I'm using my hotspot.
He says he was inspired by the polio pioneers.
What spots are hot? So not idiot.
I saw a television interview with a gentleman who participated in the polio vaccine when it first came out. His participation in that program led to a vaccine that saved a lot of lives.
Like everybody else, I've been concerned about the coronavirus.
James Calabrese was just 7 when he took part in the polio vaccine trial. We spoke with him back in April.
It seemed like an impossible time. It seemed like too steep a hill to climb. And suddenly there was hope. I was convinced that when I took that serum, that things were going to be okay for everybody. I was sure I wouldn't pass up a chance to stop a disease like that.
Eduardo feels the same. And for the 55-year-old from Panama, there's an even deeper drive behind his volunteerism. Minorities are at higher risk for suffering complications from this virus.
It's really ecstatic and exciting to have something that would either prevent me from being in statistics or even I were to become a statistic.
Study participants don't know if they received the experimental vaccine or a placebo injection. Both groups are critical to the study. But Eduardo has a hunch.
If I did receive the vaccine, yes, it does pack a punch. I had headache, fever, and chills for like 3 days. So it's not like the flu vaccine or any other vaccine. It's really a powerful vaccine.
And so are the phase 3 clinical trial results. The product from Moderna shows a nearly 95% efficacy rate, the same for Pfizer's version.
I've been dealing with the development of vaccines as the director of my Infectious Disease Institute for 36 years. I would not have imagined in my wildest dreams 10 years ago that we could go from identification of a brand new virus to a vaccine in less than a year. That would have seemed inconceivable. But it was done, and it was done well. Safety was not sacrificed.
Dr. Anthony Fauci told us it's the vaccine volunteers who are a critical factor in ending the pandemic.
It's so important to recognize the volunteers that actually put themselves on the line to be part of this extraordinary effort to end the epidemic in this country.
I live on the southeast side of Chicago where our numbers are going crazy.
Bonnie Blue was the very first to roll up her sleeve in the Chicago arm of the Moderna trial.
Initially was not going to do it. It wasn't on my to-do list. But I did see how the numbers were getting larger. And I was not seeing the numbers simply as digits, but as families that were going through this.
The 68-year-old great-grandmother told us she's thrilled the vaccine is showing promise.
I was so excited. I cannot begin to tell you. It's like, yes. It humbles me. It makes me feel very blessed that I was in a position to actually step forward. I just feel very grateful that I had the opportunity to be a part of a much grander issue.
Science, medicine so far.
Given a task, and they met it spectacularly. So it's something that we should all be proud of and happy about.
Pfizer already applied for emergency use authorization for its vaccine, and Moderna plans to do the same by the end of the month. If approval is granted by the FDA, both makers hope to begin distributing the vaccines to frontline workers and high-risk groups by the end of the year. Dina Bair, News Nation, Chicago.
Turning now to some other big stories News Nation is monitoring tonight.
A federal appeals court in Philadelphia has rejected the Trump campaign's challenge of election results. One of the judges said the claims, quote, have no merit, and, quote, voters, not lawyers, choose the president. Ballots, not briefs, decide elections.
Turn on God mode.
Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani called the election process in Pennsylvania fraudulent earlier this week, but offered no proof while in court. The president's other lawyer, Janet Ellis, tweeted this following today's decision, quote, the activist judicial machinery in Pennsylvania continues to cover up the allegations of massive fraud. She continued on to SCOTUS, meaning the Supreme Court. President-elect Joe Biden defeated the president by more than 80,000 votes in the state.
Hey, Biden, that kid in the background, he's one.
A member of the country's nuclear program has been killed in an ambush. Iran's foreign minister said he believes Israel is behind the killing of Mohsen Fakhrizadeh. Israeli officials have not commented. Fakhrizadeh had been considered by Western countries as the leader of Iran's nuclear program. The Trump administration pulled out of the Iran nuclear deal in 2018.
Millions of people in Southern California are being warned about the possibility of new wildfires as strong Santa Ana winds continue to blow through the region. A local utility company shut off power to thousands of customers, and officials say the cuts will continue as long as weather conditions there remain the same. The winds are expected to persist into the weekend.
Today is Black Friday, often the busiest shopping day of the year, but 2020 is not a normal year. While some retailers across the country were busy today, the coronavirus pandemic kept crowds thin at many other malls and stores. Some stores had capacity limits this Black Friday, and some shoppers said that wasn't even necessary given the smaller number of people this year.
What did you drink? Usually these lines are out the doors, around the corner. Today, they're just gonna walk right in and don't do anything.
It's different, but I couldn't just stay inside. It's tradition. You gotta go out and go shopping.
Why do people like
Some of the most popular items this Black Friday are things you'd expect people to buy when they're planning to spend a lot of time indoors: game consoles, cookware, robotic vacuum cleaners, slippers, and pajamas. For smaller local stores, Saturday is more vital to business than Black Friday.
And as you can imagine, in a year that put so many out of work, owners say tomorrow is simply more important than it's ever been. News Nation's Aaron Nolan talked to local business owners to see how they are preparing for Small Business Saturday.
Tis the season, yes, Christmas spirit, to shop until you drop.
Is it gonna be here alone? I don't think so.
While the big box stores are promising lower prices than ever this holiday, small businesses across America are relying on customers to keep the doors open during the season of social distancing.
So that's the perfect shopping small shopping at a small business like this, but pretty much for the most part, you're the only one in the store.
This is Well-Heeled Boutique in Pennsylvania. Missouri.
From restaurants, if you like
in order to get through this pandemic and for us to continue on and hopefully make this a permanent location.
But then there are these unique small businesses that actually started during the pandemic. The truth of the matter is that
I need to come up with
if it wasn't for the COVID, there would be no civil war. Three of his veteran friends released this stage just weeks ago from San Antonio. It's an quarantine and social issues of 2020.
my kids used to buy me a home.
country, and just an amplification of everything that was going on that was dividing the country.
A month since its inception, Triple Nickel is now staring at the pinnacle of shopping each and every year. And for the CEO, he understands this weekend is vital as his company's opportunity to not only make a sale, but also to make an impression on shoppers.
It's an indicator to me how well we're doing. For us, obviously we want to do well as a business, but at the same time we want to ensure that the message is being amplified.
What the hell am I?
Definitely the impact that this weekend has is going to be big for us being so young.
From rookie Black Friday companies to veterans on the sales front, each and every small business
Clear.
Christmas wish might be the same as a Mariah Carey song. They simply want you in their stores or on their websites.
Look at 6ix9ine.
Eric Nolan, News Nation, Chicago.
Thanksgiving, then we can focus on.
No, I think we're safely in that. So.
We're there.
That's
So,
acceptable.
thank you once again for leading America into Christmas.
And we want to hear from you because it's your voice, your nation.
How are you changing your holiday shopping habits this year because of the pandemic and the economic downturn? You can download our News Nation Now app to comment or to go to our website or post on social media. We'll share some of your thoughts and words at the end of the hour.
New tonight, a California gas station attendant is helping the homeless in his area just by featuring them on his TikTok videos. Now millions are watching and helping in any way they can. News reporter Dennis Valera has the story from Fresno.
Sorry, that came off.
So much from the bottom of my heart. I want the best for you.
I never asked them to send anything. They just send it. It'll just be like one day and there's like a few envelope packages and I'm just like, oh wow, like, you know?
And the giving continues.
Nice to see a lot of people like.
I'm getting the stream right here. My controller died.
Got me this last night for my
I can't hear a thing you're saying.